Hey there, girlfriend and guy friends. It's Doris again from Art with Doris. I'm here for another exciting video for you. So please stay tuned. I'm going to be giving away a free gift at the end of the video. Also, I want y'all to always stay tuned for my funny story at the end. So keep watching. Okay, you guys, so you see I have a bowl here of some E6000 that I'm using, and I'm actually putting it on the back of a piece of rose gold glitter paper that I got from Hobby Lobby. They have it in various colors. That's just what I kind of use as my background. Underneath that, as you see the white board, I just have a flat white board. It's not really a canvas, but it's just a kind of, you know, the flat white board that I'm making my diva with this time. I did not use a canvas, but it's perfectly fine, you know, to use a canvas. And I have made my divas before with canvas. But this time I'm just making it with the flat canvas board. But put enough E6000 on there so that your background sheet, whatever you use, if you decide to use one, is nice and flat. But you could just, you know, make your divas on the plain white board. It's totally up to you. But I just happen to have this sheet, and so that's what I'm using. And you can see there to the left is my diva lady all cut out. I cut out all the white background, what that was around her, and just, you know, kind of left her head and body, because I'm going to be, you know, decorating that as we go along here. So I'm putting some E6000 down to glue her face and her shoulders as well to the background sheet that I have. So just make sure you have plenty of glue on her so she will stay laying down flat on your board or on your background sheet, you know, whatever you choose to use. And I'm putting her all the way down to the bottom of my background, flush with the bottom edge of that rose gold glitter paper that I used. But make sure she's down there firmly onto your paper. So now I'm going to be showing you some of the supplies that I'll be using to put our diva lady together. Those will be her earrings, and they're just a roll of those beads that I got on Amazon. I got a whole roll of them, and I just kind of cut some of them off to make her earrings. Then this is just a Dollar Tree bling sheets that we'll be using as the border around the white parts of the canvas of the board. We're going to be using that Dollar Tree bling wrap. Then we're going to be using our Christmas balls. And the Christmas balls, the way I use them, I pull off the little tip off the Christmas ball, and I just dispose of that. I leave it just as is, just like you see it there. Use the Christmas balls like that. You see, I have a whole bowl full of them. I'm going to be using the Christmas flower and then also the purple flowers. I had gotten a bunch of the flowers from one of the dollar stores. I think they were like $3. And we're going to be using a couple of those in her hair, as well as that silver Christmas flower. All right, so here you see I've kind of arranged the balls around her head, and that's where you want to start. And I have my hot glue gun ready. Make sure you have plenty of hot glue sticks handy as you're doing this. And you're going to see exactly where I'm placing the hot glue on the Christmas ornament. You know, so, and it's very important to see exactly how I'm laying that glue close to the little tip of the ornament, the piece that I took off. So put it very close to that little opening there as you're laying down the Christmas ornaments around her forehead. And just, you know, make sure that you have enough hot glue on the Christmas ornament so that it will stick. But all of the balls to start with just go around the top of her head so that it's nicely covered. And I think you can actually see where I actually got some hot glue on the Diva's mouth down there. You'll see that in a minute, how I was able to try to fix that, because once that hot glue set, it actually took a little of the Diva's face away. And that's a teachable moment as well, to make sure when you're using that hot glue gun, to make sure that you don't get any hot glue on the Diva's face. You can see here, when I try to pull off the hot glue from the side of her mouth, a piece of her skin came off with it. So I'm using a gold marker here to try to fix her face. So I'm just kind of, you know, damping it with the marker to try to fix her face a little bit. So like I said before, you'll see where I'm putting the hot glue and making sure that it's close to the opening of that Christmas ornament, and then just laying the ornament down to make, you know, kind of like a crown or an afro shape around her head. And I'll be doing this, you know, completely around the crown of her head. I'm just continuing on around her head, you know, making the shape that I want for her hair or a crown, whichever you care to call it. Yep, and you can actually stack other balls or smaller balls on top of the bottom layer of your crown, just to kind of fill in certain spaces if you think that you know, there's a lot of space between the balls, just add more balls to fill in the spaces. And it'll be fine. And always have your the opening of your ornament facing away from you as you're laying down the Christmas ornaments. You see there how I'm putting that hot glue close to the opening of that ornament, and then I'm laying it down. And I'm going to be embellishing the crown or her hair with not only the purple flowers, but I'm going to be embellishing it as well with my silver flower, Christmas flower. And I just add a little glue to it. And then once I got it stuck on the crown, then I kind of open up the flower a little bit just to make it prettier. But put on enough hot glue so that it will stick in place. And then I have that silver flower left over from Christmas, and I'm grabbing it and making sure there's enough hot glue on it. I cut the stem off of it, and I'm just putting some hot glue all around there so that it will stick to her crown as well. But she's turning out very pretty. And then, as I showed y'all before, you see there? Look how pretty she's turning out. Other than the blemish on her face, she's pretty amazing. So now she needs some earrings. So I cut off a few of my beads from the row of beads that I got off of Amazon. And these I will use for her earrings. And just lay those down as straight as possible to make the earrings look as natural as possible. And remember that hot glue is very hot, so be careful when you touch it. Just be very, very careful. There you go. Look how pretty she looks. Okay, so now I'm going to work on the border. And I must admit, first of all, that I would suggest you do the border first, because as I got into putting on the Diva's hair, at the top, I had to kind of work my way around it because the Diva Christmas ornaments extended over into the border area, so that was kind of difficult. But what I'm doing here, I'm just kind of counting about how many lines of bling I'll need to cover the border. And so I'm just cutting that out. The back of this bling wrap is sticky. It has a sticky light gray film on it. It's kind of difficult to get that off, to peel the white off from the gray kind of shaded adhesive. But once you get it started, it'll be fine. But it does have a adhesive wrap that's right attached to the bling. But you'll see how to get that off of there. And even if you have trouble, you can probably use some hot glue and get it on there. But it does have an adhesive back. Anyway, That, see there, that's what I'm doing. That's the adhesive back that I'm showing you there. So yeah, just pull it off and then just line it up and start working on your border. So I'm going to probably speed this up because this part is pretty boring. But like I said before, I would suggest to y'all that you get your border on first before you start laying down your diva crown or her hair. And take your time and just, get that border as straight as possible, and make sure that the little dots on the border line up with the other dots so that it looks uniform and more professional looking. And that's it for the border and how it's done. All right, I hope you like her. She turned out really well. I have another special treat for you. If you will email me at artwithdoris@yahoo.com, I will send you 2 Diva Faces, and all you'll have to do is just take that email or take that photo to Office Depot. They'll print it out for you on photo paper so that you will have a good, clean diva lady. I'm going to send you 2. Y'all send me your email addresses and ask for the diva photo. I will give them to you. I will email them to you free. So I hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll see you again soon on Art with Doris. All right, guys, you know what time it is. It's story time. So years ago in Louisiana, when we lived there, there was a commercial by a company called Entergy. It was our electric company. And the commercial starts out by one of the workers climbing a telephone pole heading for the power lines. And so as the man is climbing the pole, he gets up the pole, and just as he's getting ready to touch the power lines, he turns into an orangutan. And the commercial's tagline is, "Don't put your monkey on power lines." That's what the commercial was basically about, being safe around electricity. My children, the little ones, would see it over and over again. So one of my boys decides that he wants to tell me where babies come from. He says, I'll tell you where babies come from. I think he's about 4. He says, I'll tell you where babies come from, but I got to whisper it to you. I said, okay. So he says, don't drink, don't drug, and don't put your monkey on power lines. That is correct, baby. So that's my funny story for today. Y'all stay tuned for more videos coming from Art with Doris. I got many more things to tell you. Don't forget to look at the description box under my videos. There's a contest for a GEODE giveaway that I'm doing right now. So look at the instructions about getting signed up for the GEODE giveaway from me. Once you have maybe made one of the divas we saw today, let me know. Either send me email or you can put it on our Facebook group, Art with Doris, and show me your beautiful geodes. So that's about all I have for today. Y'all take care, and we'll be seeing you again soon on Art with Doris. Bye-bye.